thing that I really appreciate about the animation program is just the fact that you get to explore pretty much all types of animation, letting you pick and choose what you want to specialize in.
In visual storytelling, I think one of my favorite parts was probably learning a lot about the various lighting techniques. I had a lot of fun, especially learning the logic behind how scripts are assembled and understanding how to produce a readable piece of writing.
We do a lot of studying of scenes from movies and shows, and we talk about what they've done right, what we would have done differently, and towards the end of the course we have to write our own screenplay and storyboard a scene from that screenplay. Storyboarding is the very first class you take in the animation track that is animation-based, which means you're learning a lot of the skill sets that are carried through into every other class you're working on.
I learned a lot, especially once again with the principles of animation. There was a lot of projects we worked on, so there was one that I really enjoyed, which was like a candy corn toss. And we all chose a different direction, a different character, and we were all like passing the candy corn to each other, which was kind of cool to see the outcome of it. That one and then the walk cycle, those were my favorite ones because I mean like the walk cycle, I got to see the character actually move in the environment and like come to life, which has been my favorite part about the Intro to 2D class.
I have liked learning a bunch of different programs, such as 3D programs and 2D programs. Being able to have variety in what we are learning really helps in figuring out what I want to do with my career. I had a lot of fun in creating a model of a train for a logo animation. I felt like it really pushed me and made me learn more about how different functions worked of a train and how to make sure it looked like proper when animating it.
So for motion graphics, we go a lot into just the use of After Effects. When we did our logo animations, we took a pre-existing property. For me, I chose Astrobot. That is definitely one of my favorite projects I've ever done. I expected to kind of dislike motion graphics going in, and that ended up being what I wanted to specialize in.
The experience that I had in traditional animation production was amazing. You have to create a short film that's about 30 seconds, and you have to take on a lot throughout the whole semester, and it builds up on itself, and it's a really fruitful experience. Like, you learn so much.
We learn about frame-by-frame animation. We also learn about rigging or puppeting, which is taking a single drawing of a character or a few drawings of a character and rigging it like you would a 3D model to make it easier to keyframe instead of having to draw the character over and over and over again.
Imagine how real puppets work, and it's like that but digital. The biggest project we had was to create our own character and a short 30-second animation for it with that character. And it was really fun to put that together into the puppeting program and then get to see it come to life before me.
My favorite project I've worked on so far was the creature modeling one, was where we worked in ZBrush to create a combination of creatures and then textured it until it was finally complete.
Seeing all these characters that were still be brought to life through the creativity and power over mind in our hands and everything working together to make this piece move and come to life. It's been really nice to work with all the professors here. They know a lot. I think that it's really neat that teachers want to help the students and actually collaborate with them in the process.
That class is set up to be as if you were going to be working on a proper short, whether that be in 2D or 3D or any other medium. So you'd be doing script writing, character design, storyboards, animatics, and then getting into backgrounds and final animation.
I've learned a lot about how to communicate with people and how to work like an actual studio, trading files back and forth and working together on a script, making sure that everything's being tracked, that certain things don't get in the way, and if there is any problems, they're addressed and quickly fixed.
My favorite project that I worked on and the project I'm most proud of are the same. It is the Fox's Wedding that I made in Studio Experience. I got to build a little team and we put together our own short film about a fox getting married and his struggle through it on a rainy day.
So senior project is essentially building off of an idea that you may have that you want to execute.
For my senior project, I decided to do a Japanese manga, or pretty much it's just a Japanese comic. It's called Inkborn.
One of the biggest things that I love about the animation program is just how tight-knit it is. Everybody knows each other practically, and if you don't know somebody, then you're going to end up working with them at some point, so you're going to be getting to know them.
I think the benefit of working with other people is not only just that sense of community, but it's also that I feel like in a way you learn more that way. You're more prepared for not just jobs, but how to handle everything in the real world.